everything. He's also going to be doing some explaining and stuff as far as it's not just the thing that you're doing. Sometimes it's understanding a little bit of the why, and so you can replace maybe some bad habits or develop some good habits. And so anyway, we're going to take it off. You can say anything about yourself if you'd like. He's played at all different levels, even pro. So.
All right, so yeah, and I don't want to talk long. Some of y'all have trained and know me. Like as you said, I played pretty much all my life. I'm from Killeen. I played collegiately at Sam Houston. I went to the NBA Developmental League. That's these shorts here. Did training camp with the Rockets, and then did most of my career being overseas. So a lot of the stuff and the information that we're going to talk about, I learned a lot when I was in Europe. But I was just blessed to have a lot of really good coaches. Matter of fact, that's a former coach of mine there. He was my junior high coach. So when I was younger than y'all, he was coaching me. And so I just took a bunch of good information, the gumbo of knowledge, and I just kind of made it my own. So what we're going to talk about is a lot of stuff that you probably haven't thought about. So when we're doing these drills, what today is about, you're not going to get better today. You're going to get information on how to get better today. Does that make sense? There's no trainer that's going to get anybody immediately better in an hour. You're going to learn concepts that if you go home, you practice it, you make it your own, and you make it a habit to your game, then you're better. Hopefully y'all realize that. You're only as good as your habits. I was having a conversation with Coach Cox over there. When this feels weird for me, if I'm at 24-hour fitness and a guy takes a shot from over there and I just go like this and I don't turn to look to see or block out, like in my head, that just can't happen. So even when I'm just clowning around, my natural instincts, my habits is to find a man to block out. All right. So you're only as good as your habit. So my habit is to automatically block out, where most kids' habit is to go under the rim like this. My habits just make me a better player. All right. So I on accident do the right things. And that's how you got to do things. You got to create so much muscle memory in some of the areas we're going to talk about that you just consistently do the right things. All right. So I'm not going to stay on any topic for a huge amount of time. I'm going to give you the value of it. I'm going to give you an opportunity to drill it out a little bit, to show you how to work on it when you're at home. And then I'm going to move to another topic. I'd rather cover 20 things today, and then maybe somebody can grab 5 of those 20 and another guy grab a separate 5, then cover just 5 things and hope y'all get that, because we were trying to make sure we kind of touch everybody's needs, let's say. All right, so here's the first thing that I want y'all to do. Ethan, let me see that ball real quick. When you're looking at your better ball handlers, the ball is in their hand 2/3 of the time, because I'm reading. That's how the better ball handlers dribble. The weaker ball handlers, that guy that plays running back, that also plays football, but he's a running back first, that ball's in his hands 1/3 of the time. So if you're just going down court, you're not reading anybody. All right. So what I want you guys to learn is how to pocket the ball. And that's going to be the first drill we do, because every move that you learn, when I'm talking about how to read your defender, is going to require you reading the mistakes. Where's the mistake at, so you can react to it. All right. So with that being a drill, let's go ahead and jump into this as a warm up. This is what we're going to do. Let me give you the concept. We're going to work on killing space. So Ethan, step out here and let's turn this way. Stand on that white line. So let's say there was a goal behind Ethan. Most players try to attack from here. That is way too much reaction time. If I attack, if he's any kind of player, he's going to cut me off. So what I want to do, instead of just crossing over and attacking Ethan immediately, I want to kill some of his reaction time. Watch how I hang the ball for 2/3. And then once I kill his reaction time, then I go. Does that make sense? You don't want to go when you have over 5 feet of distance with you. So being able to pocket and kill reaction time will allow you to make the right read. So I could read, and the only thing I'm reading, just so you know, and we'll talk about reading momentum versus speed in a second. The only foot I'm looking at is his right foot. So if I go up and his right foot does not move, keep going. If I do this and his right foot steps out, I cross over and attack this foot, he has to drop step and open up. That's what he has to do. And so you want to have a game that says, if he does this, I'm doing that. That's where you want your game to look like. And it starts with being able to pocket the ball. All right, so everybody looks like they have a ball. Good. And Caleb, let me borrow your ball. Let me borrow your ball so I could have one. All right, so this is what we're going to do to start. You got to learn how to get the ball in a pocket here, because from this position, I can pass, I can shoot, Kevin Durant, right? I can cross over, I can do all those things. If my hand is like this on the ball, what's my option? Where's the ball going next? Where I am. So I got to take one more dribble to make any of those other decisions, all right? So this is what we'll do first. We'll stand behind the line. Let's do it like this. I'm gonna number y'all 1 through 3. All right, just remember your number. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. And just for the sake of time, let's do this. We'll have the ones face me. Going, or matter of fact, let's get threes. Threes right here. Twos right here. Ones. And all you're going to do is use this line. You're going to dribble in front of the line and pocket it to your waist. You see that line in front of you? And pocket it to your waist, just like that. All right? Y'all got enough space? Some of y'all kind of get the gist, so you can not use the line or use an imaginary line. All right? But those that's kind of new too, go ahead and try it. All right, ready? Let's go. We can't look when you train. This is just a suggestion. If you're right-handed, I would do it left hand, right hand, then left again. I try to get my weak hand caught up as much as I could when I do a drill. So instead of doing left hand, right hand, do left hand, right hand, left again. So dribble in front of the line and pocket the ball. Ready? Go. Left hand only. Left hand only. Hey, you got to dribble hard to do this. It's impossible to drill this off. Pocket. Dribbling forward. Switch, right hand. All right, relax. Like I said, we're not putting a habit. There's not enough time to put a habit. I just want y'all to understand some of these drills. This is a cornerstone to being an attacking player off the bounce. You got to be able to pocket the ball. All right. There's that guy that's good off the bounce. There isn't a player that exists that can't do this. What we're talking about. So if it's tough, make it a habit to your game. All right. Yes, sir.
Can you? So to explain for some of the younger players, you're not talking about coming back and going like this. You're pocketing it here, or to the side, so you're not holding all the way under.
Don't let your elbow get below the ball. So if my elbow is above the ball, that's fine. Don't let your elbow get below the ball. Does that make sense? Make sure you don't carry. But the harder you dribble the ball, the more you can float, because now you can read what you're going to do. All right? So, yeah, be very careful of that. All right? Now, here's the other thing, and this is a concept. Like, when y'all do drills, don't worry about looking at the ball or not looking at the ball. When my kids were like 1 year old, when they used to walk, they used to look at their feet. And then as they got better at walking, their head started to rise up. Once you dribble enough, your eyes just rise up as you become a better ball handler. Just rep out ball handling, and then your eyes will lift up. That makes sense? So it's all about reps, especially ball handling. All right? So that's just another caveat. Now, again, how long do we want the ball in our hands? 1/3 or 2/3? 2/3 of your hands. So let's just do crossovers real quick. All right? Oh, I did behind the back. But just do crossovers. Then I'll say through the legs, and then you're just working on hanging the ball as long as you can. All right? Crossovers. Just hang it. Make sure you hang the ball. Through the legs. So go through the legs, hang the ball, hang the ball. Behind the back. Keep it in your hands 2/3 of the time. Crossover, through the legs, behind the back. Go as slow as you can. Just get used to that ball spinning in your hand as you dribble. All right, relax, relax. This is really important because we're about to start getting into a lot of the moves, and you're gonna realize how many moves require you to be able to do this drill. So, hey, let's do this. Let's go walk straight back, and y'all can use more of the court now because we're not really focused on the line. So, Ethan, all y'all move down, and then go all the way to the sidelines. Ones will go first. Twos go all the way to the sideline. Go straight back to the blue and maroon right there. All right, so now, first thing we're going to work on is killing space. Remember what I did when Ethan was guarding me? I killed the space, and then I make my move. So all I want you to do is do your crossover. Here's the other thing. You got to crossover first, kill space, and then dribble. Kill space, and then dribble, and then you'll stop at the other sideline. All right, so the ones, y'all could go first. Cover some ground and kill space. Ready? And go. Ones. Cross. Twos, go. Hey, y'all give each other some space. Y'all can space it out evenly. Threes, go ahead. Crossovers, crossovers. All right, let me tell y'all the most important thing in basketball, and there's no question about it either. The most important thing in basketball is footwork. So, watch this. Let's say I did a move, in and out, sham guy, through the legs, behind the back, spin. All right? But what's the difference now? Like I did a very similar combination, but when I'm doing the combination, what's the difference? This is a lack of footwork. This is a lot of footwork. The only thing that's changing is how I'm moving my feet when I'm doing it. That's it. All right. So the better your footwork, that Kyrie doesn't do any moves that y'all don't do. Does he cross over? Y'all cross over, right? Does he go through the legs? Y'all go through the legs, behind the back. He does all the moves. The difference is his feet are in a better position to explode, sell moves, and it's all because of footwork, and he constantly is under balance. All right. So when y'all are doing this move, if you're going to kill space and you don't have the footwork to do this footwork, then you can't kill space because you lack that footwork. All right. So usually what I tell players is remove the ball. All right. So before we go through the legs on the way back, I want you to go through the legs and step like that. Through the legs and step like that. So even though the ball's in my hands, this forces me to get low, but it also teaches me to focus on the footwork instead of the bouncing of the ball. If that's difficult, lose the ball altogether. All right, just put it down and make sure you get the footwork right first. And that's how I would learn any move that I learned. If I want to learn Euro step, I would do this in the hallway without a ball. I don't know if y'all still do this. When I was a kid, I used to do like whatever moves I was thinking all the time. All right, so let's go through the legs, but don't dribble. Through the legs, 1, 2. Then go the other way, 1, 2. All right, ones, go. There we go. That was better than your last one. Good. Skip it twice. Go ahead, twos. Threes. Good. All right, hey, on the way back, you're doing the same thing. Kill space, go through the legs, and then you go forward. Now notice, when I'm going through the legs, look at my hand position. There's no way I'm going to go through the legs and my hand be here. All right, because now I can't do other moves. I need your hand on the side of the ball when you're doing this. All right, so now let's kill space through the legs. Hand on the side of the ball so you can cross over or do whatever else you want to do. All right, ready? Do it off the dribble this time. Go. Twos, go. Threes, go. Skip. Yeah, move over so I have a little more space. Good. All right. So this is just for kicks. This is a battle exercise. You're not going to use it very often, but behind the back. Be able to kill space as you go behind the back. All right. So you could just go once. Go behind the back and then stop. And then you go here. Behind the back and then stop. I do want you to add in a second skip though, because this is what the second skip does. If he backs up, I shoot. All right, so don't just do one skip and stop. You need to do one and then push again, and then do the other side. All right, ready? And go. Good. Then do the other side after you're done. Now it's left to right. Skip one more time. Twos, go. Good. Threes, go. All right, so I'm not going to cover this. I'm going to just tell you why some of you are struggling. And then if you know why, maybe you can fix it. So this is a why. So, some of y'all have done stationary dribbling pretty much all your life, and it's not allowing you to do a move and move. So this is what I mean. Some of y'all go through the legs where your momentum has to stop. You have to stop to go through the legs. Let's say it takes 1 second to go through the legs. And let's say it takes another second to move. Look, this is 1 second, 2 seconds. You need to be a person that can go through the legs and move. So instead of me stopping, I could just go through the legs and keep moving. You see the difference? Instead of me having to go behind the back like we're trying to do now, and we move as we go behind the back. Some of y'all go like this, and then you're trying to do the move. So your footwork has to match your ball handling. All right? So, like, hopefully that makes sense. There's drills. I'm going to tell you about an app that I have that I could give to you that kind of covers that. But, like, when we're in a session like this, we tend to train, like, the highest, and everybody can fall in line. But, you know, I see some of y'all are younger or whatever, maybe new to basketball. We'll cover that another time, or pull me to the side during some of our breaks, and I can give you some specific drills on how to cover that. All right, so this is what we're going to do now. We're going to work on pace change. Now, here's the three mistakes. Van, where you at? Oh, okay. Here, come here real quick. So there's a couple mistakes. Let me see your ball. Let's say you're defending me. There's 3 mistakes you want to be able to make a guy make. All right? Offensively. The first mistake that you want to be able to do is, how good are you at making guys make a mistake this way? How would I make a guy make a mistake this way? Shot fake. So if he's in a stance, he's ready to guard me. If I do this, even if he doesn't jump, guess what? That's an advantage for me. So knowing how to pump fake matters. All right? So when I go here, when I pump fake, my knees stay down, and I say, what's up with my chin? I don't want to lift because that's not an advantage for me. All right? So that's number one. If I'm dribbling, what's a way to make a mistake that way? If I'm dribbling, what's it called? Do y'all know? Huh? Yes. So if I'm already dribbling, that's going to get him to lift. All right? And there's so many ways to do it. You got you separate, and then you hezzy. You got your downhill hezzy. You got a bunch of these hezzies that require more footwork. But that's how you make people make mistake this way. Now, the second thing to see if you're good at, can I make a guy make a mistake this way? That's if I'm in triple threat, that's my jabs, right? So if I jab and he steps that way, boom, then I can go this way. All right? So but if I'm off the dribble, now I might do something like this. Oh, he's not moving quick enough, right? So then I could take off. So I make a mistake laterally. The third one is, once you get a shoulder by a guy, can you change speeds? So if I get a step on Van and I get here, can I change gears on my way to the rim to throw him off? Most players it's just a straight foot race to the rim. But if you could change gears and change speeds, that's a different thing. So I'm trying to tell you how to think. So now let's dial it back now that we know those rules. Now you need to ask yourself, let's say all of us are going to scrimmage right after this. I'm not just going to hoop just to hoop. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm like a 4 out of 10 when it comes to making people make a mistake this way. When I scrimmage for fun, you know what? I'm going to be heavy on trying to make Van make a mistake this way so I could get better at it. So now this is how my scrimmage might look. I'm coming downhill. Oh, he's not. Then I get off the ball or whatever. And I got to get to an 8, 9 out of 10. All right. And this is what I did when I was playing. Well, in college, I wish I had did it. There was a guy, I could still remember him, Kevin Bell. He played for Fresno State. He's about this big. If you see a guy on a D1 court that's this big, he's probably a really good perimeter defender. Well, when I was dribbling, I just could not get by him. He just kept stopping me, right? And I was like, man, I cannot get by this guy. I can't get paint touches. Then I came down court. It was a transition play. I caught the ball. He was here. I jabbed right, went left, and he struggled guarding me laterally. But guess what I did? You would think I would just keep eating off of that, right? Nope, went right back to this. Trying to get by him off the bounce. And we lost, and it didn't end well for us, right? That's what I'm talking about. You got to start thinking. When I come out here, the first thing I do at the beginning of most games is if I'm with the guy that's checking me, I want to see how disciplined he is. I'll throw a pump fake. If he does what Van just does and stays down, he's probably a bit more disciplined as a defender if he just does this. If he does this and he lifts, I'm like, oh, he's getting a heavy dose of pump fakes and hezzies this game because that's his weakness. Now, if I do something laterally, right, and he can't guard the pace, he's getting a heavy dose of that. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it off the dribble. You grab your ball now. We're going to go off the dribble, and we're going to work on the pace change. All right? So what we'll do is we're going to do a step first. So I'm going to step and then step with the same foot and burst. So I'll do it sideways so y'all can see because I want to be explosive. So I'll step, same foot, step, because I want to explode bottom. Does that make sense to everybody? So we're going to work a lot of footwork so we can explode and go by somebody. All right? So did I go through the legs just then? Yeah. So let's go through the legs. Then we replace our foot and burst. All right? So whoever's first, let's try it. You're going to mess up. Don't worry about it if you're new to it. Ready, go. Nice. Good. Already dribbling. Go, twos. Be patient. Step. Leave your back foot still until you're ready to burst. Threes, go. Slow down. Try to push off your front foot. All right. Hey, so look. Hey, we're just jumping drills so y'all let's see what a step does for you. So now, this is what we did the first time. I'll do sideways so y'all can see what we just did. I went step, replace, and I took off. Now, I'm going to go step. I'm going to get him to make a mistake sideways. So I'm going to go step and then step out. So he steps with his outside foot this way. Anytime you get a defender to move their outside foot, if you attack this foot, they have to drop step. And you got to understand, you don't win until the defender drop steps. All right? So nobody's going to do this. You're not even an athlete anymore, right? So you're trying to get him to step with that outside foot. So if I go through the legs, watch how my foot goes forward, sideways. Then take off. All right? So it's forward, sideways. So don't be in a rush to be on the move because you can't do the move if you're already attacking. Don't attack. Just go through the legs, step, and then come back this way. All right? So let's try that now. You're just changing your footwork to get by somebody. Ready, go. Step, sideways. Oh, you got it. Say your name again. Say your name. Kaya. You got it. You just need to cross over. Okay. Now cross over. Twos, go. Nice. Not bad. Good. Threes, go. Through, step. Oh, you step with the same foot. So if you go through the legs with your right, then you step with that foot. Try to step twice. All right, so here's just another one where you're replacing your foot. And this is a series. So this one will be a bit easier. So now I'm using my back foot to step. So I'm going to step. Okay, so we'll go down the court just like this. You'll go through the legs, and then you'll just step with your back foot, and then you'll go opposite. All right, so you're doing this the whole time. All right, so go through the legs, back foot steps again. Ready, and go. So once you go through the legs, your back foot steps. But hold on. So just follow me. Have it in your right hand. Go through, step. Go through, step. There you go. Good. Hey, hold ball before I tell the rest of y'all to go. What is the ball doing when I'm doing that? I'm pocketing it. Some of y'all don't have time to do the move because your hand's like this. You don't have time to do extra stuff because gravity is a real thing. That ball's coming down. So you got to go here. I'm going to pocket the ball so I could do moves. And remember, you pocket so you have options. You know, I could cross over out of that. I could step and go this way out of it. All right, try to pocket as you're trying the footwork. Ready, go. Hold up. Go through. Then re-step. Yep. You can keep doing the same hand if that helps. 3s, go. You're doing a gear change, Ethan. You need to re-step. Re-step your whole foot. There we go. Hey, that was good. You just keep going. All right, so eyes and ears. Let's talk about how important it is for your feet to automatically do the right thing. Cats are the quickest animals on earth. Like when they land like this, so they can push. If I want to go this way, I push off this foot. All right, same thing. If I were to run and I want to go straight, I would push back. If you're playing defense, you're going to push here if I want to slide that way, right? Wherever you generate the force, it's opposite of where you're going. So right now, we're trying to go at angles. We want to play the game in a V, not a U. So when I go here, I want to go that way. So you see where my foot's stepping? Diagonal. All right? So I want to step diagonal so I can burst in a V. So I want y'all to think of that. Some of y'all are going like this, and your foot's going forward. But now you can't burst that way. You can just move that way. That's different. You got to get a good first step and preferably a great second. Your first step gets them to drop step. Your second quick step gets you past them. So now let's do it again, and let's step back. Then we can burst. All right? 1s, go. Nice. That was way better. Good. 2s, go. Oh, I got you. Thanks. 3s. Don't dribble, burst, push, keep going. There you go. Keep going straight. All right, so hey, here's what we'll do. We'll do last. We're gonna put y'all in like 4 groups. We'll have one group from here, another group there, that way, and then that way. So this is what you'll do. Here, come here real quick. Throw your ball to him. So stand on the 3-point line. So now, when you do a drill, first you get the footwork, where that means you got to lose the ball and work on the footwork first. And you bring the footwork to habit first so you don't have to think of the ball. The next thing, you put the ball in your hand and you do it. The next thing is you talk about when to do what move. Because you need to know when and why you're doing a move. Otherwise, when do you use it? Like at my gym, the players, they're like, man, coach, like you're really good at this. I was like, hey, you got the same tools in your bag as mine. But, that's a nail. And in my bag, my hammer hits nails. You use the same move and you're trying to use your hammer to unscrew bolts and stuff. Like, when do you use the moves is what is most important, all right? So when I'm coming up, I already told you, as I get closer, I'm looking at his right foot because it's in my left hand. This is the drill. If he doesn't move, let's say he doesn't move, you keep going, all right? If when you do this move, his right foot moves, then you cross it over. That's the drill. Now, I don't think a lot of y'all coaches are going to let you shoot this shot, but eventually what you want to watch is what if his foot does this? What do? You pull up because if his foot drops as I'm coming at him, then he's on his heels. He can't stop me from pulling up. All right. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to work on killing space and making the right read because we're pocketing the ball. All right. And think of it. When you go through the legs, you only get one dribble to make a decision. So if I go here, okay, I got to cross over. All right. You don't get to take a dribble and then do it. All right. So let's get all the ladies in the group. Y'all get right here. Y'all only need one ball. Who's anybody that's 13 to 15? 13 to 15, raise your hand. All right, y'all come over here to this side. No, y'all are good. Y'all are good. Ladies, stay as a group. All right. And then look, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so we got a group of 5 and 6. My man with the Michigan shirt, go with that group. Hey, y'all need a ball. Y'all go right here. Y'all's group go right there. Hey, real short, we're going to practice most of the moves that we just did, and you're going to try to do it. Hey, the defense is token, like not real defense. So you either give them a look like this or you don't and try to get them to make the right read. All right, get used to reading people. All right, here we go. So we need one defender. Yep, and then just make the right read and then pass the ball to the next person. All right, y'all are going the same way. Y'all just need one ball. All right, so go ahead and keep that ball. Go ahead first. All right, here we go. Ready and begin. Act like you're covering the rim so everything makes sense. You're trying to stop him from scoring, right? So you're going to be right there, and then you go right at him. No, you're not trying to steal him. You're just giving him this look or no look, and he has to make that right read. There we go. Good. Good read. So now you go to the end of the line, and then you stay on defense. Hey, you're too close, though. So stay there, man. You want to start your move. You want to start your read about right here. And then you make your read. You're getting right up to him, so you don't have anywhere to go. No, don't take the shot. Just work on the read. Yeah, don't worry about messing up. And remember, you got to get closer to him. So look, let's do this. Is going through the legs tough for a lot of y'all? If it is, that's okay. Let's do this. You're gonna guard me. All I want you to do, y'all are gonna give 2 jabs out of triple threat. Your first jab is this. If her foot moves, then you jab again and go left. If you do a tester jab and she doesn't move, let's say you don't really move. Then on the next one you go. That's it. All right. So just get used to making the read off their foot. You could do it without dribbling. So let's start off with that. Go ahead. Jab. Okay, didn't move. Go. There we go. Do a tester. So then you go on defense. You go next. All right. Hey, let's pause it. Hey, we do have a lot of stuff to get in, so this is why I'm going to skip some steps. This is what I would do. Stay in front of me real quick. The next drill, what I would get reps at is going the re-steps. So I would go like this. You're in a stance, defensive stance. I'll work on my re-step. I'll go through the legs, and I'd step this way. If his foot doesn't move, then that means I'm going this way. I would go right. If his left foot does move when I step over, I would attack this way. So you just build up the drill so you have to do it. So here's the next one. And this one's super important because it's easier. No coach wants to see a guy doing all that. When you get the ball, you get to try to get a guy to make a mistake laterally, which a lot of players do, and then you try to get your attack. You shouldn't dribble 5 times to try to get him to mess up. So the way you do that is you need to be able to do a lateral. So if I go here, this is a lateral. And if it's momentum, because it's way easier to read momentum than it is to read somebody's feet. All right? I want y'all to understand. So if I'm here and his momentum isn't coming, I take off. If his momentum is coming too fast, then I go back this way. It's easy to read momentum. It's difficult to read somebody's feet, like if he steps out. All right, so let's understand that. So this is what we'll do. You're going to go here. You're going to do what's called a lateral. And I want you to go like this one time and then read if his momentum's going too fast. And defender, kind of give him a real look. If he's going too fast, cross it over. If he's not moving fast enough, keep going this way. Just work on the read. All right, so let's try that now. All right, ready? Laterals. Ready? And go. Nice, good. You're making a move immediately. Do your crossover lateral, and then read. Get up to him. Lateral. I need to be a little more, little obvious and get into your drop a little quicker. Right here. All right, get into that faster. Get up to him. Nice, good read. All right, we're doing the lateral. Let's see. Oh, come back. So allow, like you shorten the move. You went like this immediately. I want you to hang that ball, and then you can really see if she made a mistake laterally. So go a little bit longer. Don't cross it over so quick. Okay, we got to do an in and out. Careful. You see him down there, just shoot a floater. If he's already down there, just work on your floater. Hey, do y'all know what I mean by lateral? Here, let me pause it real quick. Hey, pause. All right, so look, this is one of the things you do to get better at this drill. Hold that ball real quick. Let me get your ball. Let's put one here. Hey, this is just so you'll know how to drill it at home. This is the amount of ground you need to cover laterally if you want to be able to do this move. All right? And give yourself a chance to read. So I start in front of this cone, baseball glove, Gatorade bottle, don't matter. All right? And then I make my reads. All right? Now, if it's a really good defender, sometimes it's tough to do one lateral. So you would spread it out, and then you do whatever move. If that person's in close proximity to you, you need to go behind the back and then create a double lateral. That'll let you read more momentum. All right? And sometimes you got to do that. But the good players pretty much make a decision after that. It's kind of rare that you'll be in a position where a coach is going to let you dribble 7, 8, 9 times. All right? 2, 3 dribbles tops, you got to be going. All right? Preferably 2. All right? So what I want you to do this time is the person behind you is going to tell you where to go. All right? So if I'm going and I do a double lateral, you would say left or right. Ready? All right, then I would go right and I would attack. You got to spontaneously be able to do moves. I think too many trainers and players choreograph moves. That is not how it works. When you're watching Kyrie Irving and those guys are reacting to what the defense is doing. Nobody's saying, yeah, I'm about to hit him with this sham guy, double cross. No good players are really doing that. You got to react, all right? So the way you do that is you let a person call out behind you what move you're going to do. And if they call it late, you need to find a way to hang the ball and then go. And what you'll notice is some of y'all are going to accidentally do some really good stuff. Like the person behind you is going to forget, they're going to call it late, and you're going to get here and you're going to do a gear change or something and then take off. All right, so it's good to have somebody reacting, making you read. All right, so let's go ahead and try that. You don't necessarily need a basketball out here or whatever. I just want y'all to see that's how objects help you. All right, so let's let me say one more thing because I think I'm going to forget to say it. When you practice a move, you need to give yourself a dribble limit, okay? So you know how like a lot of y'all get with trainers that say like dribble to this cone, then go through the legs, then dribble to that line that's perpendicular, and then go through the legs. And a lot of y'all do it like that. What you do if you want to make a drill better is instead of just dribbling there, give yourself a dribble limit. Because if I don't give myself a dribble limit, it's going to look like this. The intensity's down, all that stuff. But if I say, hey, Jejuan, you get one dribble in between each cone. Now I got to go somewhere when I go through the legs. Boom, one dribble, boom. There's an explosiveness about it. So give yourself a dribble limit because that'll help you do game-like stuff. And it'll get your footwork to teach yourself how to get to places quicker. All right, so you don't need a defender. The person behind you is going to yell out left or right. All right, so go ahead and begin. Do two of them. Do two of them. Hey, two of them. On the second one, you'll call it after this dribble. 1, 2, then you'll call it. All right, go ahead. Oh. If you hear right, when you get here, just split and go. That's a quicker way to explode. Remember to go sideways. Remember to go lateral with it. Call it. Obviously, call it sooner.
Okay, that's good. No, you have to do it first.
Try it again. Oh, you did. She did 2 in and outs. Like, try to do a crossover so it's obvious that you're starting the move. You got to call something, though. You got to call it on, like, right when she does the crossover. You got to call it. Hey, Micah, you can't let your feet cross. What can you do from this position? So you got to keep your foot in more of a defensive stance, all right? All right, pause it. So listen. Let me get here. You get the ball. So this time, now this is a finish. So I want y'all to understand, like, how you do call out drills to force you. Because here's let me name the reasons players miss layups. There's 4 reasons players miss layups. They don't practice game speed. They're not ambidextrous. Like, I should shoot with my left, but I shoot with my right. They don't practice against, did I say defense yet? Game speed, defense, left hand. All right. So like when y'all are going here and the right intensity. If y'all are going this way, what you want is this. I'm going to have you dribble. And when he takes off, I need you guys to say 1 or 2. That's how many feet you finish off of. So if I get here and I'm doing a lateral and I take off and he says 1, I would go and do a layup like that. If the guy behind me, after I do my move, says 2, I would and shoot it like that. And this is why. Because if I'm the rotating defender and I come early, which shot should you shoot? A 1 foot or a 2 foot? 2, over the top of my head. If I'm guarding the guy on the block and I don't really want to leave him because I'm worried you might do an alley-oop or something to him, so I'm kind of staying. So now all of a sudden, watch my foot. It looks like I'm about to do 2 feet. And then he goes away, so then I just do 1. You got to be able to change the pace and win. So really quick, let's try like the first 3 over here. Go ahead. I'll call it. 1. And you only get 1 dribble. Go, Ethan. 2. Nice. Go ahead. Last. 1. So here's the other thing I want y'all to kind of think about. When y'all do it now, don't cover ground across the 3-point line. Because there's a drill where I can make you, hey, you get 1 dribble to score a layup from here. And this is tougher than it looks, but you got to be able to do this too. So if I'm here and I say go, I want you to be able to have 1 dribble and go score a layup from I'm sorry. Ethan, come back up here again. No dribbles. This is a drill I just want y'all to see. Because it's really important. If I go here and I say go, Ethan gets no dribbles. So he's going to be here. Boom. He got to take off 1, 2, and then find a way to score a layup. No dribbles out of your move. 1, 2. Ready? Try it. I'm not going to call out anything. 1, 2. Good. Now, what does that do right there? Anybody know? So here's the thing about the reason high-level players miss layups. Everybody wants to jump from here. All right? And when y'all practice and there's an empty gym, everybody does jump from here. But Ethan, go back. But if we're squeezing on defense, like when I coach, I have my guys squeeze. So when Ethan starts to drive, that guy reaches for the ball here. So now Ethan picks up the ball. Where do you think he's going to end up jumping from now? Probably about right here. It looks the same, but the defense is making you take a shot you do not practice. All right? So that's why it's really important to do stuff like that spontaneously. All right? And now what's really important is that he can go off 2 feet, because if we have low man help and he comes early, what finish does he have to do? So now read me, Ethan. You're gonna get to go. You take your dribble and you either do 2 if I come early, or if I stay, you go 1 foot. All right? So I'm the help defender. Ready? So you didn't have to go 2. You could have took an easier shot. All right, Van, you go. There we go. Nice. So you saw him shoot 2 because I showed up. Let's go. One more. There we go. And he did 1. All right, so y'all get the gist of it? So the person behind you is calling out whether you're going to do a 2-foot layup or a 1. So let's give that a go real quick. Bless you, man. Bless you. All right, so let's y'all could go on this side, and then y'all could go over here. Hey, if you're on the left side, you're doing it everything on your left. So y'all are going this way. And you either shoot 2 or you shoot 1. All right, ready, begin. This is it. Let me see you go. Who's next? Who's next?
1.
Let that left foot hit the ground. Next. Let's go.
2.
Tougher than you think, right? You gotta think. Can't turn your brain off on these drills. Hey, you gotta keep going. He might call it last minute. All right, pause it, because we got a lot more to cover. Now, one thing, like Micah, when you just went, I don't want you to kill your options. If we're working on this layup where you have a lane, I don't want you to go like this, because now you can't take that extra step. You want to land 1 and then 2 if he calls 1 foot. You get what I mean? So you can still go forward. If you do this, you're kind of done. So make sure you land to see if your foot, basically my foot is taking 2 options. My foot is either going to go here, floater, or my foot is going to go here, 1 foot. All right? Now, there's the high level. We didn't cover that of why players miss layups. We covered that everybody wants to jump from here on a layup. So what you should practice is jumping from here and here, because these are the shots you're going to get in the game once the defense is there. Second, most players can't score from higher than the square. So if you got to practice scoring with touch, so you got to be able to score over big men. You got to have what they call it a giant killer. Number 3, English. How good are you at putting English on the ball? All right, that's number 3. And then number 4 is when you score a layup, everybody wants their elbow lined up with their target. Whether that's a layup, finger roll, a floater, a jump shot. So when you're in a game and now one of those big guys come, this is going to get blocked. Can you score with your elbow away from the basket? That is super difficult at every level. All right. So basically what I'm saying is now that you have that information, I probably wouldn't go and practice shooting layup line angle left. Matter of fact, when we warm up, a lot of times we do drills where we score from the baseline, because you get a lot more baseline drives. And of course, everybody's trying to go middle. But the problem is, y'all could be like me. When I was in school, I would get here. I wish I had a shot here, but that wasn't good enough for me. I'd do something like this, trying to get a backboard angle, and then I'd do just that. All right? So you got to get comfortable not scoring from backboard angles. All right? So keep that in mind. The backboard angle is a layup that you should make anyway. That's going to happen after steals. So now this is what we're going to do. You all are going to start on the here, and you get one step. That's it. So this is going to make you jump from far. Well, matter of fact, y'all can start inside. That group starts from outside. But here's the gist. You get one step. I got to do a reverse layup. And it seems, look, easy to some of y'all, but after everybody goes at this distance, then you go here. And now you get one step to jump from here. Then you're going to keep backing up. So now I'm way out here. This looks difficult, but now I got to turn my body and still put English on it. All right. So now I'm practicing jumping from different distances to get better at what I told you, makes it difficult for players to make. You all are going to go here. So they're going to be on the goal. Y'all are going to be doing the separate drill where you work on reading. This is all I want the guys that's on the side to do. Get good at getting people to make a mistake this way. So this is our drill. Me and you are partners. When you throw me the ball, stay there, stay there. When you throw me the ball, I catch, and I'm going to stay still. Yeah. You catch, and you work on pump faking. The ball goes chin height, and you say, what's up? You notice my knees did not extend. All right, then you practice. So ball in the air, you in the air. Throw me the ball. See how the ball's in the air? When I catch it, as the ball's coming, throw it to me. Boom. And then I get my pump fake. All right. There you go. Chin height. All right. So that's what y'all are going to practice. Just that. The only thing that you can add is maybe a jab. Pump fake jab. That's the only thing I want you to add. All right. So you guys are doing the reverse layups. You guys are partnering up and doing pump fake. Because I'm going to let y'all scrimmage in a second, and we're going to start adding some rules so y'all can break up the monotony of drilling all day. All right. So, hey, y'all have 3 minutes. Then y'all are going to switch, and y'all are going to do that drill. All right. One step with your left foot, reverse. Nice. Good. Oh, y'all need a couple of basketballs. You need a couple. Yeah, it's 2 people with a ball. They got an odd number over there? No. Y'all have an odd number? Jump in and do pump fakes with one of them. Okay. There you go. Ball goes chin height. Let's go outside hands. So let's reverse it like this so you have to put English. Vance, step with your left foot. Good. Now y'all tell me, if the goal is here, am I longer like this or like this? So when you jump, well, y'all gonna realize real soon, when y'all get back to where Van is, y'all gonna have to turn your bodies. All right? There we go. Hey, the guys that's on the sideline. Hold it. So now when you catch, I want you to catch and immediately jab. Immediately. All right, ready? Go. Go. Where's your jab? Give me a jab. Now, it's not a ball fake. You don't have to do this. You just act like you're going to rip and go. Good. What's his name's really good. You probably played against him. The one in red about to go. And that's his little brother in his turquoise shirt. Oh, Micah? Yeah. The shooter? Yeah. Yeah, he can.
So when you teach Jessica, because I've had some people teach show the ball.
Yeah, I don't like showing the ball. I mean,
want to be quick.
It's way better to be quick. And I'm not even guessing with that anymore because
this section of the video, the audio didn't, the microphone went out. I wasn't aware of that. So he's just explaining here to somebody as far as just when you're doing a pump fake, just bring it up to your chin. You're not trying to push it up above your head because it doesn't look like a normal shot. And so then the person's not going to react to that the same. And then he goes over to the 3-point line. And then he's going to explain some other stuff in just a minute. I've sped this section up to 1.25. So then he's just telling everybody else as far as bring it up to your face, doing the 3-point shot, shot fake. And then on this right here, he was saying, don't when you're going to do a jab step, don't load it up with your back foot. It's a lot quicker, just real short movements. It's not you're not going to fake anybody out by trying to pull your foot up and then doing some real exaggerated jab step. Just do real quick, short movements. Also, he said, if you're bringing your foot off the ground, then you're going to be out of balance whenever you if somebody gets into you and hits you. Then on that other thing, he said, when you're bringing your ball up, don't put your butt out, because you don't shoot that way. You're bringing the ball up, your butt shouldn't go down. And that's pretty much what he was explaining then. Now in this section, he's talking about, which I think was a really good point. He's saying when you're attacking the rim, if he's the help defender, then he said you basically have to start practicing shots that you're not used to taking. So he's explaining, when you're a help defender, then you're not going to be able to take shots like right up next to the rim. You're not going to get a layup like all the way in. You're probably going to take the shots a little bit further out when you're extended. So he's like, just think about that, practicing those shots to be able to get it over help defender. So then he sets up a little drill here as far as have that help defender like rotate over, and then the other person drops down, because he said you cannot allow layups. You've got to make them take a more difficult, lower percentage shot. So he's setting up a little drill here so that the help defender will rotate over, and then the second defender will rotate over as well, so that you are leaving open the 3-point line, but that's a lower percentage shot than a layup. So you have to practice on a couple of things as far as help defense, rotating over so that you make them take a tougher shot, kick it out to someone. Obviously not kicking it out to a person that's just deadly at the 3, but one of those other people on the team that haven't been shooting the ball recently, go ahead and let them have a chance at shooting that 3, because that's better. It's better defense when you're on defense than allowing them to have uncontested shots around the rim. So that's what he was explaining.
No, I disconnected.
Oh, okay. Good. Stay in front every time. Who's helping? There you go. Give help. There you go. Block him out.